Trump administration reportedly walking back its threat of firing federal employees unless they respond to an email that came from Elon Musk.
According to multiple media outlets, the White House now telling employees a response is voluntary. They can defer to their agency's guidance on it. Musk asked 2 million federal workers to respond by tonight with a list of 5 things they accomplished last week, or they'd be fired.
After that email went out, federal job cuts were the talker and what people were talking about over the weekend. Even before that, 2 News had reported on some of the impact of those cuts.
New tonight, Leslie Duarte has some insight from a former Utah leader who had to manage cuts of his own.
Brian, Heidi, I spoke to former Governor Gary Herbert of Utah. He tells me that he supports federal cuts being made to the budget, but he hopes that the federal government can work together.
They're getting rid of a lot of things that people really need.
But some Utahns I spoke to off camera say they are in favor of the recent cuts to the federal workforce. Still others.
I also don't like how it's this external agency like Doge and Elon Musk and stuff.
Find out where we can be more efficient, where we can save money, where we can have policies that deliver us better results with less cost to the taxpayer.
I asked former Utah Governor Gary Herbert about the cuts. What is your opinion to the recent federal budget cuts?
Well, I think most all of us agree there needs to be some cut in federal spending. We're spending way too much.
He says during his time as governor of Utah, he made cuts to the state government and says federal government should look at how Utah did it.
We did a very methodical approach, and I think that's how it should be done. We have fewer state employees now than we had back in 2002. We're finding ways to do more with less.
He says that while he agrees federal cuts must be done, he encourages the federal government to work together.
We've got to do it in a process where people say, that makes sense. I understand what you're doing. We can do better. We need to make some reductions in spending. We need to have some ways to find federal government being more efficient.
People I spoke to today, some supporting the federal budget cuts, others against it. Reporting live in Orem, Leslie Duarte, KUTV 2 News.